Now, what is a function? Function is being defined as a special relations in which every input has only one output. Special relations, every input has only one output. Try to visualize functions like the process of a machine. So in this case, this is the part of the relations. This is the parts of an input and outputs. So for an instance, you have the input of 2, you have the relations of multiply by 3, and what do you expect for your outputs? Right, you have the output as 6. We represent this in the function notation. How do we write? First, we need to write the name of the functions, usually represented by the alphabet F, brackets the inputs, so we have 2 here, and the process 2 multiplied by 3, the output is 6. So likewise, if I were to put 4 here, what is my expected outputs? Right, I have 12. So this is how you write. Alright, so think about a functions. If you were to put not a constant but a variable represented by x, so you put f bracket x, and how do you write? You have x multiplied by 3, and your expected output would be 3x. There you go, 3x. So this relation, the whole process, you can think of as the function. And this is one of the example on how you write the function. Fx equals to 3x, and you can put in any number here, and you can put in any number here to have your outputs. This is an example of a functions. Or you can also write in this way. Alright? Okay, now you know about the definition of a function. Let's work on to determine what is a function, what is not a function. Before that, I want you to pay attention to this word, relations. How many type of relations have we discussed and studied before? Right, we have 4 types of relations. What are those? One, okay, I'll write short form. 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to 1, and of course many to many. So there are 4 relations. How many relations will be regarded as functions and how many will not be regarded as functions? Let's have a look on the example. Okay, are the following relations are functions? First, your work is to identify what are the relations here. So number A, what is a relations? 1 to 1. Number B, many to many. Number C, 1 to many. Number D, many to 1, and also many to ones. Okay, these are the type of relations. How many of them are functions? So how do we decide? Based on the rule, every object has only one output, every input has only one output. Every input has only one output. We check and see. Every input has only one output. Yes, yes, yes. So this one, yes, functions. Every input has one output. Yes. Oh, here no. Why? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, because one input, one output, yes. One input, you have the same output, yes. So no problem. One input, you have only one output, even though it's the same output. And one input, you have 2 outputs. So no, not the functions. And we check this one. Yes, 1 to 1, 1 to 1. And then one input, you have 2 outputs. No, this is not a functions. We go on. 1 to 1, One input, you have one output. One input, you have the same output. Yes, it's fine. But the problem here is that 1, 3, 7 input are being connected with one output. But how about input 9? There's no output connected with input 9. So not every input has one output. Not every. Every is the keyword here. Not every input has one output. So this is not a function. Okay? We look at E. One input, one output, one input, the same output is fine. One input, one output, yes. And all input has only one output. So this is a function. If you compare D and E, both are many-to-one relations, but one is a function, the other one is not a function. So you have to remember the statement. Every input has only one output. And in this case, not every input has an output. So this is not a function. So to conclude, type of relations, the only possible case, one-to-one, you will have to regard this as a function. One-to-one relation could be a function, or many-to-one. Many-to-one relations also could be regarded as the functions. But you have to go through, you have to check whether all input are being connected to one input. So you have to check that. Okay. Now you know what is a function, what is not a function by identifying the relations. We go on. You have a visualization here. You are given a graph here, and x and y are two variables representing the functions. And I want you to know the horizontal axis. In this case, x always stands for input and y is output. This is input, this is output, this is input, this is output. Remember, every input has one output. Every input has one output. Meaning, if I have x, x is my input. If I have x equals to 1, for example, I should have only one answer for y. I cannot have 2 and negative 2. I can only have one answer because one input has only one output. Okay, if this is the case, if I were to draw a line here, because this is from x, right? This could be x equals to 3. If I touches the graph for one point of intersection, that would be meaning of every input has only one output. Okay, so how do I check? So we will check by using what we call vertical line test. You will need to draw a vertical line. For instance, this is your vertical line. So you are going to move your vertical line, right, from here. So this is one point of intersection. And I move. Still one point of intersection. Still one point of interceptions. Here, no point of interceptions. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So you have only maximum 1 point of interceptions out of this. Right? Meaning one input has only one output. So this is a function. This is a function. Now we check and see. We're putting a vertical line here. And we check. So 1 point of interception, still 1, 1, 1. Right, and this is a function. And we go on. Okay, how many? You have already have 2 points of intersection. When you have more than 1 point of intersection, meaning it does not fulfill this statement. Every input has one output, does not fulfill, because you have 2 outputs, one here and the other one here. Even you have one output here, because when you move the line, you should have one output here. Maybe draw it to here. You have one output here, but the other case, you have 2 output here, so it doesn't consider as a function anymore. So this is not a function. Okay, we go on, more example. So this one, vertical line, so you have more than 1 point of intersections. 1, 2, 3, not a functions. And this one, how many interceptions? 1, 2, so not a functions. And this one, we'll move Yes, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, here 0, 1, 1, 1. So maximum 1, this is a function. Okay? And this is how you determine whether which visualization graph is a function or this is not a function by using the technique of vertical line test.